I have a little show on this channel called Adam Rants, where I do nothing but bitch in a over-the-top manner. I know, very creative for YouTube. Nobody else does anything like that at all. This is a new show called Adam Raves. It's like a play on words, rants and raves, where I'm going to do nothing but praise things. Probably won't be as long, probably won't be as entertaining, because who wants to listen to someone compliment things and talk nicely and fondly of memories and past, present adventures, success, things like that in nature. It's lame, it's boring, it's stupid, and I'm not even a woman, so you can't stare at my tits. This should be good. Let's watch. First episode's on an easy topic for me. It's about music, particularly emo music. I call it emo music because I don't really know where to categorize it. Alternative rock, pop rock, razzle rock, rap rock, dub rock, anything with a rock at the end, anything with a punk in there maybe, a little bit of screaming, a little bit of yelling. First thing I gotta do is celebrate my favorite band of all time, which is Jimmy Eat World. A band that I believe was the first to get the term emo applied to them because they didn't know what else to put these guys under. They cover a musical array of sounds that are a feast for your ears. Their slow stuff is beautiful and their harder stuff is fantastically wonderful. Fantastically wonderful. I've been following these guys since their self-titled album, which was later titled Bleed America, or maybe it was vice versa. Maybe it was Bleed America then self-titled. Because they did have a self-titled album too that was total shit. But if you're new to Jimmy Eat World, here's the order I would take things in. Start with, it depends on the mood, but if you want kind of an all-around package, I would maybe start with the self-titled / Bleed America. It's got the middle on it, it's got sweetness, it's got just a ton of shit that you're gonna love. Give that a go. If you're in the mood for something a little bit harder out of the gates, but also depressing as fuck, this is music you drive to at night while it's raining on the windshield. This is music where you look at your reflection out of the side window. That rain's still spackling. You can see your eyeball off of the window, and you're like, God, my eyeball's ugly. I'm so mad at the world. I'm a teenager. I'm angsty. This is your music. This is the music Adam listened to middle of the night, sitting in a parking lot, car idle, thinking about the girl that got away. Jimmy comes on and saves me. He heals me. Did I say the name of the album? It's Futures. I think I did. If I didn't, it's listen to Futures. First off, Futures is the best album of all time. Yeah, that just happened. The best album of all fucking time to me is Futures. Secondly, I said firstly, so there has to be a secondly. I'm a stickler like that, but I don't really have a follow-up point. I just love Futures that much. So, either start with Futures and let everything else be a little bit of a letdown, or start with Bleed America, then move to Futures. Get that wow factor even pushed forward. Everything after is going to be a little bit lower, although there is a lot of Clarity purists out there. Clarity is an older album. It's the one that really put them on the map in terms of the street cred they got from some of the real hardcore Jimmy fans. I like Clarity. It's a good album. Songs are longer, they're lengthier, they're meatier. A lot of key changes, a lot of shifts in vocals, a lot of experimentation going on, and it all works really well. It is a terrific album. It's not my favorite from theirs, but it is top tier material. Those three are the top dogs for sure. I would also put Chase This Light up there pretty high. It definitely is a step down from Futures. It's like going Terminator 3 from Terminator 2. That might be even a bit too aggressive. Terminator 3 is not very good, but it has some of the semblance of 2 in it, some callbacks, some tips of the hat. Chase This Light is better than T3. Maybe I shouldn't say T3 as an example, but I've already done it, and because editing is just not an option. Sarcasm, but I'm just going to keep it in. I spent a lot of time talking about Jimmy Eat World because that's the band that got me through the toughest years. I think for a lot of people, the teenage years can be just a tough time. I'm not trying to have like a heart-to-heart here. I was once a teenager, I get it. You're struggling to find your place in the world. Everything revolves around you for some reason. Selfish people. I was very selfish. I still am selfish, but I've grown. Once you have kids and a wife and responsibilities, things tend to get a little bit more clear. And your petty problems are just that. They're petty. They're Tom Petty. So moving on from Jimmy, which masterpiece band. It's disappointing that they aren't as big as they should be. but they've had a lot of accolades over the years. They were on One Tree Hill. That was a thing. Moving on, Anberlin, another phenomenal group. If you like that type of music, if you like kind of, it's like, you know, rock, punk, pop stuff. If you like that little All-American Rejects, Fall Out Boy, Blink-182, Sum 41, Anberlin's better than all of those, and it sounds better than those too. It's a lot more. I don't know who to compare them to. They're just kind of their own thing. Acceptance is another one that's kind of under the radar more. They're really good. They kind of reminded me of Anberlin a little bit, maybe a little bit more mainstream sounding. If you want something harder, a little bit of edge to it, I go Billy Talent. Billy Talent is the shit. They're another group that's in probably my top 10. They consistently put out awesome album after awesome fucking album. Start with Billy Talent 2. It's just a mouth screaming on the cover. They're all, most of them are on Spotify. Go 2, maybe go back to 1. 3 is a little weaker out of the group, but it has White Sparrows, which is one of the best songs in their catalog. Their new album's pretty damn good. It's just all around great. If you like one of their albums, you're going to like all of them. That's pretty much the bottom line. Our Lady Peace, Canada's Gift to the World, is another band I really love. Canada's Gift to the World outside of Celine Dion, of course. A lot of great albums, specifically Spiritual Machines and Clumsy. Those albums are great. Gravity is phenomenal too. Those 3 albums. DangerKids is like Linkin Park if Linkin Park was still making Linkin Park music. Fucking listen to DangerKids. It's super underrated, super awesome. Twin Wild's really good. Old Taking Back Sunday's really good. Seasons After has a song called Fighter. I don't know if the rest of their album's good, but Fighter's my shit. I didn't get enough time to talk about this, but it's 11 o'clock at night. I'm gonna wrap this episode. I'll come back with more in another one. Hope you enjoyed the first episode of Adam Raves. It's obviously no different than my Adam Rants format, other than the fact that I'm being positive for a change. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments which bands you like, and we'll see if they sync up at all.